We feel like we are in the presidential suite today.
I'm Secret Service every time
She's
I put
Secret
my
Service,
earbuds in.
and I'm the president.
Oh, God save us all. Love you, mother. She's loopy today.
I'm loopy today.
Loopy, loopy.
Hope everybody's enjoying this sunshine, but still sewing.
I'm in here. That's
Well,
not true.
it's,
I have glorious views
I
without all
know.
those horrible, awful rays on my skin.
Okay.
I'm preventing wrinkles while getting sunshine.
But you know, it gets cool in here until probably around 2 o'clock, and then it gets warm. Although it's already warm and stuffy this morning. It's stuffy. Stuffy.
Like stuffed animal stuffy or
I
just
don't care.
stuffy,
Just
stuffy?
stuffy. It's
Okay.
just stuffy.
Oh. We have some new samples, new fabrics, new products. Plus, today is Clean Your Sewing Machine Day.
I can honestly tell you, mine needs it.
I wish I'd have thought to put some of the pictures that Erin shares with me in the reel up here.
Oh, that would have
Because
been a good idea.
I didn't even think about it. And I apologize that we were absent last week, you guys. You wouldn't have been able to hear me. I had no voice.
Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, Carol. So, couple of things are right behind us. We've got this Mr. That's why you feel presidential. You've got
That's what I said. I feel presidential.
your
We've
real
got the
fancy
eagle.
eagle going here. He is standing tall and strong and proud.
He is, and he is an easy panel to get done for the upcoming Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, Flag Day. I
was gonna
missed
see
one
if
in
you
there.
forgot that one.
Flag Day, my sister's birthday. Hi, Tammy.
Yes. Good morning. So that is a new panel that's in, and we've got the Paisley. I can't. I'll point up here.
Oh, let me get
Paisley
it.
border that we have added to it as part of its line. I love this fabric.
We're going to go ahead and show that fabric right now because
There's our red paisley.
that is way cool for a border on your front porch, whatever you want to do with it.
So
Ooh,
towels, this would make a great border to
Okay.
an apron, table runner, tablecloth. Hey, if you're like me and the world is patriotic, you can even use that as a border on your walls.
you
You
could.
decoupage onto your walls your fabric. Have you
Sure.
seen that?
Yes, I have.
And then we got the really cool eagle with the flag here. I feel like Gary needs a pillowcase with that since he was all into eagles when he
He
was younger.
was. I wonder if he still is because he's old now.
He's not old. If he's old, I'm old, and I am not old.
You're going to be 40 in a month or two.
That's not old. Good morning, Janice. Good morning, Erica. Janice is among the living again. Uh-oh. Watch out, world.
Yeah. Well, she has emailed us a few times, but yes, we haven't seen her body.
Watch out, world. We're
With-
all in trouble.
With all the construction around it, I would stay home. There's so much construction in our area.
I was talking to somebody the other day that's newer to the area when we were out at one of the games, and I'm laughing because they said, "Is there always construction on Cornelius Pass?" And I busted up laughing, and I'm like, "Yeah, I am almost 40. I can't ever remember driving down Cornelius Pass and not having construction.
Yeah.
There's literally been somewhere in my entire life." Aw, thanks, Tammy. See, Tammy says I'm still young.
Hey, I'm young at my age. I don't feel old.
Age was just a number.
Loopy, but not old.
Depends on the day, right?
Yes.
Alrighty. So right behind my head here, I can't get my directions today.
Wrong way.
This runner is we're directionally challenged. This
That
is
way.
the Oh Say Can You See, or Oh My Stars, or I don't even remember what it's called. Isn't that bad?
I think it's okay. Can you see?
Okay, can you see?
Can you? It's so cute, you guys. And it's a class that Melissa's going to teach.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. And I actually, you cannot tell on camera, but in person, you can see that was quilted in that was Luminaire. I was like, wait, which machine was I on? That was in the Luminaire, and it is done with the edge-to-edge quilting. Are you laughing at me sitting here picking my nail polish?
She is picking her nail polish off. I'm like, what is she doing?
It's bugging me. It's making my nails feel claustrophobic.
Well, okay, maybe we could do that later. No wonder you have me doing this. But when is this class coming up? I didn't think you knew.
I can tell you. Hold the phone. I got this.
While she's looking for that, you guys, we do have one spot left in tomorrow's Kimber Bell Day at the Spa. So if you've been wanting to take that, give us a holler because there's one space left, one kit left. And that is at 9 o'clock tomorrow or 9:30?
Is that
Somewhere.
tomorrow?
Yes, that's tomorrow. Oh, today's Thursday, right? Yes, so it's Friday. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I literally had no idea what day
It
of the week
is-
I'm on.
Thursday today. We are both with it.
Well, by the time I'm done with all the schedules for here and the kids and who needs to be where, when, why, and how, I don't remember what day of the week I'm on.
So you are looking for your star table runner.
I am. Give me a second.
And then also behind me, the new Kimber or Janine Babbage, My Soul
Oh, say,
tabletopper.
can you see? And it's June 10th on a Monday.
Perfect. This is the Kimber Bell. I'm sorry, the Janine Babbage new My Soul. Look at how cute those are. It kind of glares. Should I take this out of here? Or shall I just bring the apron up?
I was gonna say bring the
Let's
apron.
just
but
bring the
I'm not
apron
being
up.
Sassy today.
Well, oh, yes, you are.
I have behaving.
I'm just going to take it off. So
Take it off.
rather than making a table
Wait, no, let's
topper
shake it
over,
off. Wrong song.
I made a little apron to wear in my sewing room or in here. And it was super easy.
My soul is fed with needle and thread.
That is really clever, but adorable. And then I had to add the bling, you know, because you can't do anything without glitter. Nothing.
The world needs more sparkles.
Okay, so I'm going to put her back on here because she's cute with her on here.
Oh, okay.
And then our t-shirt here, the Raglan t-shirt, has a class coming up as well. I feel really weird hugging this
I
mannequin.
mean, I know you need a friend and all.
I needed a hug. Raglan t-shirt is June 14th from 10 to 4 with Kirsten. And that's a great t-shirt to make, you guys. I should make one. But that is probably not going to happen anytime soon.
Okie dokie.
Neither of us are old.
No,
That's good. I'm
because
not.
we haven't seen Janice.
Ah, I get it.
Ha, 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 ha.
So do we want to show them how to clean their sewing machines correctly, or do we want to show them the new stuff on the bottom?
I
Excuse her.
apologize for the cough that will never go away.
It follows her no matter where she goes.
I've tried everything.
Why am I looking down? I need to be looking up.
Somebody even told me about cutting potatoes and onions. I did not put the onions there. I have seen the potato thing. I've not seen that work. I'm not about to put my veggies in my socks. That's weird.
So we have had some requests for mats to go underneath your sewing
Yes,
machines.
Let's talk with making them quiet and then we'll clean them.
To help make them quiet. So we have gotten in the machine mat, and these are way cool. They will help with vibration.
So
They will help with movement.
serger size mat.
Medium size, so or actually featherweight, because we have one that's bigger.
Featherweight. That looks like it would fit the NQ series.
Correct.
From Brother, the Presto, Changeover.
And they go all the way up to, there's other sizes in between, but look at this, you guys.
The big embroidery.
So very nice.
Question.
Yes.
Could you put a couple of those underneath a 10 needle rolling cart? And do you think it would make it
No,
less?
I don't, because the rolling cart, I did try using a mat at one point and it didn't help at all. Because it's with inside the machine, not the.
I wonder if you put some of that on top of the.
Are you trying to say my 10 needles noisy?
No, 10 needles are typically noisier.
are.
So I'm wondering if you were to take one of those and like cut it and put strips on your table
That's an idea.
under between the table and the machine, see if that would help. I
Stop
don't
the
know.
vibration of that. That's worth a try.
The embroidery mat, it's actually underneath our Tuesday live. So give me 2 seconds and I will tell you.
I could just go grab the package.
They're $39.99. So the little serger one is $16.99. The mid-size one is $29.99. And the big giant one is $39.99, and they are already posted in the live section on our products, so you can go in there and purchase them and then just pick them up, and that way you're guaranteed to get what you want.
And then another problem that everybody has, or we hear requests for, is something to keep their hoop, the bottom of their hoop, stable while you're hooping. So from Dime, we have got, there's no way for them to see this, is there?
Yes, if you want to give me 2 seconds. Actually, how about we come back to that? Let's do our machine clean.
And then we'll
and then
put
we'll come
this
back
over
to
here.
that because I can put
Okay.
that there.
All right, so
We'll
you're
play Ring Around the
navigating
Rosie.
pocket full of posies.
Okay, so
All
I'm
right,
going to
ladies.
switch over. We're going to clean the machine, and then we'll talk about that embroidery mat because we'll use that camera.
So you know what?
You should be golden.
I should have popped this off
Slide
before.
it to the side.
Oh, she's just so smart. So some of the things that I like to do before I clean my machine, number one is I like to take my ankle and my foot off. It gives me more room in here. I do realize that some of you have machines that you can just push a little button and off comes the needle plate, but some of us do not. Okay, the next thing I do is get that out of my way, whether I open it or I shove it aside like Melissa just suggested. Okay, next I like to take off my bobbin cover. Suggestion for your bobbin cover so you do not lose it. If you have gray carpet like I do, it's not a bad idea to put a colored nail polish right underneath so that if it drops on the floor, you can actually see the nail polish color and not lose your cover. Okay, next I take my bobbin out and I set it to the side so that it's out of my way. So the next thing I like to do, I have two options. I can take just this front plate off simply by taking my fingers and pushing it forward. Yes, if some of you will get an error message on your machine because I have already somewhat loosened my screws for me. So if you're needing to just get in, I'm laughing, we could have made this closer to me. My arms aren't very long. If you're just wanting to clean under your bobbin
from the
case,
back side of that.
not as easy, and just get in this area, that's all you have to do. So it's a quick, easy, simple clean. And I suggest doing that. I usually do it about every 3 or 4 bobbins, because when you lift your bobbin case out, you've always got dust in here. And I'm going to show you how to clean that out real quick. And I bet we had some of these open somewhere, but I'm going to go ahead and open one anyway.
Here, if you give me 2 seconds.
So very good, very simple cleaning. You can take a micro towel and wipe it around in here. But if you do that, you're going to take all the oils out of it. But if it's real messy, you can do that. You know, they're in the other one, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and open this. The other thing you can get are these little micro brushes. They are amazing. And I'm going to open, actually, I'm going to get one out and then I'm going to give it to, I'll show you. I know. I'll show you underneath here. So these little micro brushes, the package looks like this. It's not easy to see. And we do have those in the store. And here is a picture of what they look like. So on the tip, it's very fine, and it allows you to get into all of these little places that you can't normally get into.
You know, that'd be really good too in your car.
That is good in your car. Ask me how I know. I had spots that I just couldn't get into, and I took it into my car.
Huh.
So you're going to get all around inside of your bobbin case or your bobbin case area, and get all in here, all back in here. You kind of, or not kind of, but we don't recommend you use canned air. Sometimes canned air can have liquid in it. And I can tell you from experience, I did actually. And I sprayed moisture into my machine several years ago. So I quit using it. And
the other problem with canned air is you're really just shoving everything down in. You're not actually getting, you're getting a little bit of the fuzz out, but you're shoving a lot down in, and then you get that beautiful carpet that Erin gets to clean out.
The other thing that you want to make sure that you clean, and I do clean this quite often, I clean inside my bobbin case and I get all that lint out, making sure that you're leaving your little fuzz on the sides here. Those have a purpose to them, as well as there is a fuzz in here, and you're going to want to leave that because it has a purpose as well. Okay, that is your quick clean. Now, if we want to get a little deeper into our clean, and we've got 2 little screws here, and I'm going to buzz all the way around. Come on now. Here's a little screwdriver.
Janice Flannel, yes, do it every mom. And good call.
That's a good call. So this is the little screwdriver from Brother and from Baby Lock. Brother has one as well. And you have different positions that you can use on this. You have 1, 2, 3 will be for your embroidery. 1 can be for your needle. 1 can be for your foot. 2 helps you to get down here and get your screws out. I like to just loosen them, and then I take my finger and I roll it around to get them. Usually I do, but because we're on camera, you know, that's not going to work for me. So we're going to take those out.
I should have turned your volume off on that.
You should have turned my volume off, but that's okay. I'm going to see if I can't get these now with my finger. Normally I can. The other thing that works once you get it loose is a dime. Okay. Here, Melissa and I thought we were doing something. Oh, guess what, Melissa?
You went the wrong
I
direction.
did.
So that looks tighter, not looser.
You know why? When I loosened them, I was on the other side of the machine.
Goofball.
All right, so I just tightened those.
Good
back
morning,
up.
Miss Sherry.
So we're going to take that off. Oh, for the love of Pete, quit beeping at me. Well, oh, I wasn't supposed to have this problem. I was supposedly made it easy on myself. All right.
Well, it doesn't help that you're farther away from
I
yourself.
am way far away. All right, we got 1 screw out. Let's go ahead and get the other screw out. And I won't put you guys through the torture of me putting the screws back in.
Yes, Janice, you are correct. If we were at home and not on camera, we would. But we need the lights so that you guys can see.
Oh, having the light on.
Well,
Good point though. Make
You're
sure your
supposed to turn
machine's
your
off.
machine off
Yeah.
to clean. And Janice is correct. You do want your machine to be off when
There
you're cleaning
we
it so you
go.
don't accidentally sew yourself.
Oh, that was
However,
a workout.
you guys need to be able to see what we're doing. So we're cheating and using the light of the machine.
All right. So, and honestly, you guys, I am reaching way far, so it's just a little bit harder for me. So you're going to want to get all the stuff back in there. How do we do that? Well, you have some options.
And in between your feed dogs so you have good
Yes.
feeds.
So you can use a little brush. I actually have a toothbrush in my room as well. And that's what I use to get in between my feed dogs. Or this is
I
a
can
tool
show
set.
those over here.
Yeah, she's going to need to show these over here.
So I'm going to show this real quickly.
You can get a tool set that will connect to the hose of your vacuum cleaner.
So the way that this works, there's an adapter here. So depending on the different types of vacuums you have. And then
That has tape around the front? No.
this is going to go onto your vacuum and you have suction control right here. And then this darling little hose, which ends somewhere. Clear and clear is a little bit more difficult to see. Goes right on the wrong side. Oh,
We should have connected it for you before we got on here, but
there we go.
we didn't.
So your hose goes on, and now you have the world's cutest little brushes.
And this is not a one-purpose tool. This can go into your car, your computers, anything that you need to clean out.
There's even little extension wands to make it a little longer if you
So
need to. I think
cute.
they're the cutest things ever.
They are. So that's a great way, you guys, to get in and clean your machine.
It's also fantastic for computers.
Yes. So the other thing I want to show you before we are done here is, are you already switched me over?
Yep.
Okay. The other thing I want to show you is on the sides of your machines. Now I'm going to point, but I'm not going to do it. You have got some screws. If you notice that you have a little opening here or a groove in here, this piece will come off and it will allow you to get in there. Don't be afraid to take this piece off. It's really not hard and you can put it right back on when you're done. Okay. So let's talk about oiling our machines. We ask that you do not oil your machine simply because we like to put way too much oil in our machine. But if you have to oil them, if it's really dry,
We do not.
we do not let.
We do not put too much oil in your machine. We see a lot of machines come in
That-
where
well, that's
people
what
have
I
put
meant.
too much oil.
That's what I meant. So if you do need to drop one tiny little drop, we say drop it right here, and that will quiet your machine down. All right.
And
So
it is only sewing machine oil. Baby oil, cooking oil,
that's my next.
none of those are acceptable.
You'd be amazed what we have seen on some of the older machines. Crisco, or not
Baby
Crisco.
oil was the worst.
Oh yeah, we've seen it all. But just get your little 3-in-1 oil, and we have some in the store if you need some. So I would put all this together again, but that would take us time. The next thing I want to talk about is I've had numerous people ask me, what do I clean the tops of my machines with?
Can I say a quick thing about the oil? If your oil has turned yellow,
Replace.
get it gone. It's time to replace it.
Okay.
Oil should be clear.
So how do I clean the white part of my sewing machine? So Melissa and I both have our opinions about cleaners on here. I have used like a 409 if I have something really tough to get off. But the main thing that we use to clean our sewing machines is beeswax, because beeswax is going to clean it and shine it and make it slippery so your fabric just slides along it. And I always use my micro towel. It just grabs everything that's on there. So can you use Goo Gone to get off fabric marks? I have used that as well and had no problem. So I'm not recommending that you do that, so you can't yell at me if it doesn't work, but you can try it.
Magic erasers are not suggested for your sewing machines, as they will pull the finish.
Yeah, and you want them to be
you
shiny.
need to be very careful because it can pull your finish. I did that on one of my machines. So I recommend a Q-tip if you're going to do that, and then take and rinse that off. Like you take a damp towel and wipe that off.
I think we're done there, so we can switch back. So those are quick little tips for you guys to do.
This is the beeswax. This stuff is awesome.
If you have granite, you have quartz, you have leather, you have any kind of cleaning surface, I can't tell you how many cans I go through. I clean everything with it. I love, love, love it.
Erin polishes all of your machines with the beeswax before it goes home.
And it smells so good.
I love the smell of it. And if you're doing free motion, or if you're having troubles with your fabric kind of not gliding across your machine and sticking instead, that will help it. And if you are doing minky, as soon as you're done, clean your machine.
So those are some in between. Keep it clean. In between, keep it clean. Aren't we funny?
Okay, while you're talking, I'm going to get this moved for you.
Okay, so the bobbin case, I meant to show you guys. My suggestion with your bobbin case is run your fingers along. I can do it this way. Run your fingers along your bobbin case area. If you have broken needle and there's a hole in there, kind of push it down with your fingertip and then replace one. I think it's really a great idea to keep an extra bobbin case in your little sewing basket at all times, because you never know when you're going to need it. And if we're closed, then you know you're out of luck. Okay, so now we're going to show you a fabulous hooping mat from, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, we're blanking the camera. That's never a good idea, is it?
You stay there. I got
that. Oh, she's going to show you.
Well, no. Give me a minute. You're going to have to be patient.
She wants me to be patient. What's up? I am not a patient person. Oh, she's turning it around. Would you like me to give you step-by-step instruction as to what Melissa's doing? So
I'm going to have to probably switch the little thingy so you can keep talking about other stuff.
Okay, so we have a new thread that we're going to be talking about. I'm going to grab it here real quickly. This is fabulous thread. I am not really quite sure where we got this spool of thread. And where did we get it?
Marcia's fault.
Oh, it is Marcia's fault. Marcia, it's your fault. One of our local vendors, the sales rep, was in and she gave us a spool, sat around here for a good 6 months before finally one day we tried it. Oh, fell in love with it. And now we fight over the one spool we had. So now we have more. This is an organic thread. It says, I'm naturally organic. Fabulous.
So the really, really cool thing about this too is even the packaging, the spools, everything is
organic,
completely recyclable. Is that a word?
Yes, and I'm trying to take this out of the box. So this is one of the ways that you can get this thread, and it is on a little carrier, so you can sit this on your table I love this, and I love these colors.
All of the 6 spool sets will come with that.
Okay, so the other way that you can get it is in large cones. So this is your big cone for your piecing. The other cool thing, you guys, no lint, none. We have quilted and done all kinds of things with it, and we've had absolutely no lint. So we do have this on our Monday live. Is that correct? For
Is today Monday?
Oh, Thursday. For pre-orders. Is that correct?
So the other thing about this thread, because you totally just forgot about a
I
whole bunch of
did.
it.
See, this is why you're doing it.
So this is what's called a long staple thread. So the long staple thread gives you a really clean, precise finish. Should I grab this spool of it?
Here.
No, our spool. I'll be back.
Well, I guess I don't know this part, so we're going to wait for Melissa to run all the way to the other end of the store and back. Should we time her? We'll see how long it takes her. So in the comments, I want to know what you girls are doing for the summer. What are you going to sew? Here she comes. That was less than a minute. You get a brownie.
Okay. So
Get a flashlight, Janice.
this is how nice and clean that thread is. You notice you don't see any lints and fibers off of that, which is good for your sewing machine, good for your bobbin cases, because lint is never good for our bobbin case. We don't like lint. But a long staple thread means you're going to get a nice, clean, longer twist. So it's going to give you a better quality stitch.
Oh, yeah, your stitches look beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Very fancy. Very fancy. Very, very fancy. Your spool is recyclable. It's wooden. The package is recyclable. The stands are recyclable.
I'd keep that stand.
Every set of 6 spools, I was trying to say that in the right order, comes with that. So you get one of those. And the long one, or the not long ones,
the big ones, and here we thought I was the bad one today.
the big cones, I do not have these up on the live thing for you to purchase. There's too many colors. I could never have sat there all day long and got them all ready for you on there. So if you need a big cone, we can let you know what colors there is. But there is 2 different weights of their thread. So that is the one thing you do have to pay attention to, is there is a 30 weight and then there is a 50 weight. This particular one is a 30 weight. We have a black one there in a cone that's a 50 weight. So all of these sets that I have on there for you are 50 weight threads, because that's typically what we use for our piecing. Janice, I have to double check the cone price because I can't remember. That was more than 5 minutes ago. And we all know that that's not going to happen. But I will look at that, double check that while Mom is doing her talking about the hoop mat. And it is a Pima cotton, so it's a real nice quality and it's got a good sheen to it. Sherry's making some Kimberbell quilts and her mini quilts and some silverware holders.
Ooh, fun.
Okay, so I am going to switch you over to the Boss Hoss. Sure I am. So she can show you the new hoop mat.
So this is a hoop mat from Dime. I crack up laughing because on the end of it, it says not a cutting surface, and it is not a cutting surface.
It's a more of a silicone.
It is, and it's very flimsy, so you roll it up, put it away. So it's designed so that you can center your hoop. You've got lines everywhere, so you can match them up with the lines in your hoop, and it stays in place while you are hooping. I just grabbed a piece of fabric, so you will be able to see that I can just put it in there and it didn't budge. So for you ladies that are doing the edge to edge and hooping in the hoops, fabulous. It also has lots of marks, and I can't see if you don't know if you can see the edge because I can't see what I can. You have lots of markings. You start in 0 and you go out in increments on both sides. So it's really easy to get a perfect hoop. So
That's, yeah, for good centering.
yes, and it's on the side as well. So you have lots of options to get everything correct. And if I'm looking right, this kind of looks like the 3/8 inch.
The
No,
grids on your hoops.
yeah.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, I would say that that's the same grid. I'm sorry, I just didn't check that out. So we have those in the store as well.
The cones are, oh my gosh, that lasted me all of 30 seconds. $60, $59.95.
I do not know where you put, there you go, it's in your hand.
So
Okay.
the cones of the organic thread
One
on the
more
50
thing.
weight are $59.95.
And last but not least, ladies, we got in 2, 4, 6, 8,
Who do we appreciate? I'm sorry if I
8
just rolled over your
different
toes.
colors of 108-inch fabric, and all of them will look like this, just the different colorways.
Funny is purple does not correlate on the screens very well.
We can just show that if we want to move the camera, can't we?
I'm moving.
So we're not going to pick them all up. They're extremely heavy bolts, but you can see the array of colors just from you moving.
So there's our lovely array.
Perfect. I think we did it, and I love these, and they are $21.99 a yard, so
Snazzy.
saves you a lot of time piecing it.
All righty, you guys. Well, I hope you have a fantastic. Oh, I know what else we forgot to tell them.
What?
If anybody was waiting for the reliable Maven iron, we have both the smaller tank and the larger tank in stock.
And I'm already selling out of the larger one. So if you were waiting for one and you want one, holler, and I will set one aside for you. They are the best iron ever.
No, just come visit us.
Well, yeah.
We like to see you.
Yeah, that too.
All righty, you guys. Have a fantastic weekend.